Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Town of Pownell Select Board Meeting, January 22nd, 2026 at 6 PM. Call the meeting to order. Board member roll call.
Carl Strohmeyer,
Mike Gardner.
Jamie Percy.
Brian Harris.
All rise for the pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the agenda. We don't have any changes tonight, right?
I don't believe so.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any public comment here? Approval of minutes, January 8th, 2026, select board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion, corrections, questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Minutes of January 15th, 2026, special select board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Perfect.
Tara can figure it out.
Yep.
Anna.
Tag you're it.
Any corrections, questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Accounts payable, January 16th, $253,854.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Accounts payable, January 23rd, $29,236.94.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Payroll, January 16th, $13,142.09.
So moved.
Second.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Hey.
Payroll, January 23rd, $14,362.39.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
January 29th, 2026, the meeting with the representatives.
Just wanted to give you an opportunity to announce that again.
Yep. I would like to encourage as many people. Again, reach out, whether it's on social media or however you would reach out to your neighbors, your friends, or whatever. We have sort of set up a little bit of an agenda, with some questions. We don't have a rock solid agenda yet, so, a couple of the things that we have on there are the property taxes increase. One of the things I wanted to discuss, was our road conditions in the winter time, why it's low salt and stuff. In the state roads through here in general. And then I'm drawing a blank on the third one. Do you remember what the third one I had was? Property taxes.
Property taxes. The
School.
tax part.
Yeah, the school tax. Was it retaining? Oh, I know what it was. It was, emergency services funding and,
Reimbursements?
not so much reimbursements, because that's different, Carl, through the state, but emergency, trying to get the state, and I'll tell you exactly why, and I don't wanna go on this too much, but. The state mandates. A lot of things to our emergency services, law enforcement included, and they don't fund the mandates.
Right.
Makes it very difficult on the taxpayers and the residents of every town. So that was one of my bullet points. And I would encourage anyone out there, send an email in if you have something that you'd like to see discussed. I won't guarantee that we'll be able to get to it. But I want to start on at least those three things that I had right there. But please, if you have something, maybe somebody's got something that I feel would be, or we feel would be more important to discuss that night. And I'm open to that too.
Come in person, Zoom, send an
Whatever.
email.
Exactly.
This will be probably one of the few chances you get to speak live with one of our representatives. Take advantage of it, people.
We know we have.
Rarity.
We know we have some coming for sure. It's not entirely, and we do know that our representative for the town, Jonathan Cooper, is coming. We know that.
One of them for the town.
One of our.
Yeah, that's right. One of our representatives for the town. So
Both, but
I think both are coming, but we do know that Jonathan will be here.
Mhm.
And he represents the
And one.
larger portion of the
Yeah.
town than the other representative, but not that it matters, they're both important. Just want to be clear, too, so. Okay. Steve Zellman update regarding the participation in the Get On Board program. This is something the select board authorized payment for. I don't remember the exact date, couple months ago, right, Steve? If you'll just come up to the table, that'd be great. And we asked for, when we authorize the payment for, Steve to go to this seminar or program or whatever it is. We asked for some feedback and here he is. So we're getting what we asked for.
Yeah, there were 4 classes. The first one was September 20th. And I think the end of October, the 25th, and then November 8th. And they were each in different towns. The second one was really fun. I was in Manchester Town Hall. I'd never been there, and they had the League of Cities and Towns lady come down. And, we looked at, went over this fun comic book. Freedom and Unity. It's sort of a summary of democracy in Vermont. They have a whole series of these. I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter who puts them out. But yeah, it was a very good class. I got a lot out of it. And, I was realizing putting together my materials, how much I have in the way of resources I can look at when things come up. If I do end up on the cemetery commission, things like how to chair a board, it's- that I didn't really study then, but they're downloads from my computer I can look up. And you meet a lot of people. I was able to meet people who do the cemetery commission job in other towns and hear how it goes there, look at their website, see what they had. And it did make me feel very empowered to do it, that not that far behind and knowing how it's done. And the last class, it was about, the first one featured a sociology professor, and he talked about how, community development works. It's all based on trust. You have to trust in the the people will put in time when you do. You don't volunteer your time and effort without the expectation that people will do the same, other people in the community. And the last class there was very interesting. She focused on how in our politically stratified or divided time now, local issues bring very diverse people together. And she had great examples about that, when it comes to solving a local issue, it doesn't really matter what your national politics are.
Yep. Absolutely true.
And yeah, they're having another class next fall, I guess in September. It'll start again the same date. And I would recommend it. I had never really served on any boards. I tried I'd only been an appointee before. But, that led me to watch a lot of board meetings.
Yeah.
But still, it was very interesting. I felt like I learned a lot.
Excellent. So, this program, the Get On Board program, Steve, that's basically so that everyone understands what it is. It was basically to, prepare a person, if they wanted to be a board member, is that?
Well, there's a lot of other ways you can participate in your town. There's lots of, all the commissions and, basically it ran over. And then there's these community, what do they call it?
I just want to get the information out to people of what the program was about. We kind of know what it was because we, sent you there, so we know what it was about.
Yeah, there's, community action groups like, I think there's one of the ladies that was at the class is just very interested in what's going on down at the racetrack, and she's been trying to get people together. You know, about the upcoming auction and all that got postponed. I don't know where she is now with it. And,
So it was a program in a class basically to prepare people to be involved within their own community and to have a resource to reach out to some different resources around the state.
Yeah.
There are similar situations that the town of Pownell.
yeah, like you learn how useful the Secretary of State is to call up with questions and,
Okay.
you know, for all kinds of questions, Vermont's very good that there's somebody to call. You know, I learned in the dog catch.
That's absolutely true.
You get a lot of help.
Mhm.
And it's true for all these other board positions. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it to anyone.
Anybody have any
I don't have any questions.
questions for Steve?
Making you lean more, wanting to be on a board?
Oh, I did get my petition out. I'm collecting the signatures to serve on the cemetery, commission.
Yep.
I guess from what I read in the banner, it's me and, Carolyn Martell so far. I don't know if there's anybody else that's gonna submit
Wouldn't
I
trust
think we should.
it on the ballot.
Change the subject.
Yeah, we can't talk politics.
Yeah, we can't.
Oh, we can't talk about that,
We
sorry.
consider campaigning.
My mistake. It's not my,
Thank you very much, Steve.
Thanks for coming, Steve.
well, I sure appreciate you funding my, going.
Thanks, Steve.
It was very worthwhile. Definitely.
Town report review and possible action.
Thoughts? We've had it for a couple of weeks now. I created a flyer on the importance of licensing your animals, for the animal control officers piece. But other than that, it's pretty much as I sent it.
Looks good.
Didn't see anything that
I don't.
I would change. I think it's-
You were worried about the layout, putting the budget in there, and I mean, that seemed to be,
Well, I think there's some things that were a little maybe easier to understand than in the past.
Mm-hmm.
The audit was,
Yeah, we're using well, we haven't had an audit completed for the town report in at least 4 years.
Right.
I can't speak to before I was here, but it's been at least 4 years since we had audited numbers. And the short form that the auditors provided was a really nice way to put those numbers in the.
exactly, it seemed like it was a little easier to understand
Yeah.
compared to the last time we did have an audit in a town report, which was
Yeah.
allowed.
Yeah.
What's your pleasure in the town report?
make a motion to accept as it has been, sent out.
Design tools. I have a second.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
2026 annual meeting warning review and possible action.
So this was reviewed for a couple of weeks also. We had the addition of the ballot Article 27 would be, shall the town of Pownell vote to place an outside drop box on the door of the town office to provide services to the residents of the town. So that was added. And the only turning point was also added, which I think that was on it the last time I presented it to you all.
Right.
For $6,000. And then the vote to exempt from property tax, the fire departments and the rescue squad. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward, same as it was.
Good question.
Yep,
Was that for both fire departments?
yes, all of their buildings. So it lists, I have it right here, it lists their actual addresses.
Okay, all right, because I saw Pownell Rescue, then Pownell Volunteer Fire Department. but I didn't see
It
Pownell
says-
Valley, but Pownell Valley doesn't? Does Pownell Valley have to be listed?
It says Pownell Fire Department's property taxes, and then it lists their addresses of their buildings. And it includes Pownell Valley and,
Okay.
yes, all of the buildings, East Station, North Pownell Center.
So it should have 5 buildings on there, or 4, sorry.
4 plus the rescue squad, there's 5.
Yep.
4 addresses for fire, and 1 for the rest.
Correct.
That's what I thought.
And it's, yeah, it's just easier to say the Pownell Fire Departments. I guess we could say both of the fire departments, but this is the way it was written previously, so I didn't want to change
That's
it
fine.
too much.
That's the way it was written last time?
5 years ago, yes.
Well, there you go.
Make a motion, we accept the warning as written.
Second.
Any discussion, any further questions? All in favor? The Dropbox is, just to speak on that a little bit. For a minute, that's, so residents are, we could drop off tax bills. Anything that needs to get dropped off that, that someone forgets to mail. To locked box outside. We used to have one years ago and we didn't put one on this building. And I don't remember why.
And since it will be considered an advisory ballot article,
Right.
which I'm sure the board would take under consideration.
Exactly.
I've already started thinking about it. The door is a terrible place because of handicap access, so it will need to be near the door, but we'll find a spot if they.
We'll find a spot.
Such a bigger place.
And the next select board will.
Right.
It is an advisory though, but I think it's something that needs to be done, so.
Yep.
Explain the reason why.
Select board orientation, continued discussion.
Not a lot to discuss with this. I started putting some files together and links for trainings, etc. One interesting thing is there's not a lot on the ethics stuff anymore that they started at the beginning of the year. I saw something at one point that the department was having trouble filling those positions.
I wouldn't imagine they.
I'm not sure if the department exists anymore or not, so.
No, it exists. It's just, is there any people in the department? That's the
I keep
question.
looking into the ethics part of that, but certainly, all of our ordinances and our policies have started to compile and then just writing out where to find stuff. That's a lot of it too. Anybody has any suggestions or things that they want to make sure?
Could you go look over that email I sent you with those 2 things there from Essex? Essex had the whole thing where they had selectmen.
And that gave me the idea that maybe we want to put select board training materials right online as
That would
on
be,
our website as a page like
Yep.
ethics did. And then you can just go there for all of your training materials.
yep,
But that's sort of in the works, so.
okay.
Anybody have any more on that? Questions? Public comment.
Just asked him, John.
Oh. Yeah.
Jim, you can go ahead.
Awkward.
Whenever you're ready, Jim. I'm sure you're trying but having complications or whatever. I'm not sure.
Feel free to type it. We'll read it if your mic's not working.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have their hand up? There he is from Jim. His mic is your mic working? I see.
Says it's working.
We can't hear you.
Cause he's still muted. Wanna ask him in the chat, maybe? Maybe it's not coming up on the screen on his end.
He says his audio is not connecting.
That's not.
Donna said that.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I didn't read that.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Oh,
Clearly shows him as muted.
yeah. It do, but
Yeah, I'll add that to the agenda for next regular meeting,
For the next, we can add that, Jim, for the next regular meeting, which would be,
February 12th.
excuse me, February 12th. Is that it, Jim? Sorry, I'm sorry we can't get connected. I don't want to cut you off, but if that's the only thing,
Okay.
thank you very much.
no other hands up, Hannah? Okay. I will entertain a motion to enter executive for legal.
We'll move for legal.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're going into executive.
It was posted last week.
I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive for legal.
I'll make a motion to come out of executive for legal.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There'll be no action at this time. I'll entertain a motion to enter executive for personnel.
So moved.
Second it.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive for personnel.
I'll make a motion to come out of executive for personnel.
Seconded.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
Aye.